This is me holding one of the biggest fish I've ever speared underwater. I got it all the way out here, all alone, beneath the surface in the deep, dark, dangerous waters of South Africa. The white Steenbras or white ghost is one of the most challenging fish to hunt in the ocean, so this is an adventure you do not want to miss. This is Shark Rock Pier, located in Port Elizabeth in the Eastern Cape. Straight out from this pier, there's some reef called the Steenbras Marks, and that's exactly where we decided to swim out to this morning. Now, despite the name of the reef, I really was not expecting to spear a Steenbras here today. I've never even seen a big Steenbras, so I just assumed that a big Steenbras was something that was way out of my current diving capabilities. I was rather focused on getting a good normal reef fish like maybe a bartman, which are also fairly common on this reef specifically. So this morning the water started off very clear, but it got dirtier through the morning, and I found this beautiful piece of reef at about 8 meters deep. I mean, just look at the colors in front of me, but there wasn't a lot of big fish around, unfortunately. But all of a sudden, everything changed. I found a reef at around the 10-meter mark, where the wind that was blowing that day had made the bottom dirty and cold. The fish life had switched on, and I immediately knew that I was going to spear a big fish out here. On this dive, I sit on the bottom holding my breath for very long, but nothing big comes in. My buddies swam out to about 200 meters in front of the pier, but I left them behind and swam out to a mighty 500 meters from the pier to get to this reef where I was now. I knew I could not lose focus now, and that I had to be stealthy and lie on the bottom very quietly to not alert any big fish in the area. This was another fishy dive, a lot of duck-oar, John Brown, Romans and Santers around. For this next dive, you're going to have to look very closely. I take my last breath and duck dive, swimming the 10 meters down to the ocean bottom. I can't see the bottom from the surface, so I accidentally land on some sand, not even on the reef, but I start swimming in a direction and I eventually find some reef. I see some movement on my left, but I'm not sure what it is, and as the fish comes closer, I take the shot. The fish goes mental, and I'm just trying to get back to the surface, but the rope wraps around my hand and yanks off my glove, and I just leave everything and go up for my breath. I did get my glove, but then chucked it away again so I could quickly get to my rope before the Steenbras wraps me up on the reef or just rips out. So I try to quickly get my line in my hands so I can start fighting this big, strong fish. This fish was fighting very hard, and I did not want to risk the spear tearing through the meat and me losing the fish, so I fought it very slowly for about 5 minutes. As you could see, my shot was maybe a little bit high, but it was definitely not too bad, and it was going to hold. But I was getting very anxious, and I just wanted to get this big fish in my hands. And then finally, the fish was tired enough that I could make my final lunge. If that scream didn't sum it up for you, I was over the moon, the happiest feeling I've ever had. I then stabbed the fish in its head, and as you can see there, in all the excitement, I actually almost cut off the rope of my torch. So you probably couldn't actually see any of the fish during the shot, but here I edited for you a little bit, so you can actually see the white Steenbras right before I shoot. I've been wanting to spear one of these fish for so long, and it's by far my greatest achievement as a spear fisherman. The elusive, rare, clever, powerful white ghost. I started swimming the long distance back to my buddy to go impress him with this big fish.
It's big, eh? Yes!
And then we swam the long distance back all the way to the beach. But before getting out, we first had to have a photo shoot.
God fucking damn, Bones.
Waarom?
Thank you all so much for watching, and please consider subscribing if you enjoyed it. We are so close to 1,000 subs. Cheers for now, everyone.